begin with, we're going to start off with a little bit of gentle movement to prepare the body for meditation, really. So let's sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the spine, rolling the shoulders back and down. Just placing the hands on the knees and the feet down towards the ground. So just taking a few long, slow, deep inhales and exhales here. Keeping the abdomen soft. So as we inhale, we inflate the abdomen. Then as we exhale, sucking the abdomen back towards the spine. Just take this moment to turn inwards, connect to our own breathing. And then just slow the breath down as much as possible. Just enjoy a few breaths here. And just to make ourselves feel loose and relaxed, what we're going to do, we're going to add a bit of gentle movement with our breathing here. So keeping the hands on the knees. As we inhale, we're just going to lengthen the spine, grow tall, roll the shoulders back and down, maybe just look up, gaze up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to round the spine. Vision point comes down towards the ground, maybe towards the navel. And then once again, as we inhale, lengthen the spine, open the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, gazing up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, rounding the spine, vision point comes down towards the navel. Maybe just gently pulling along the knees, aiding the rounding of the spine. Inhale to lengthen the spine once more, opening the shoulders, rolling the chest, shoulders back and down, chest is open, gazing up. Exhale to round. We'll just move through this gentle movement with our breath a few more times in your own breath. Inhaling. Then exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath now. Inhale, open the spine, lengthen the spine, grow tall. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, rounding the spine, vision point comes towards the navel. And as we inhale, bring the spine back to neutral. Hands can rest wherever needed. So this gentle movement just helps bring energy towards the body. Anyway, a bit of background to today's session. The theme of today's session is literally appreciating our part. Really valuing the roles and the part that we have to play. Valuing that we are living beings on a journey through time and space. For living beings could be a spirit, a soul. When we learn to separate ourselves from the physical costume of the body, then we can connect to a resource of peace, a resource of love, a resource of happiness. That's all internal, because all these treasures are an internal source. If we look outside to search for all these sort of treasures, we may find them. However, on an external level, it's a very temporary thing. We may find happiness because our aims and our goals are met. However, if they're not met, I'm at the mercy of the change. And then we move into more goals and aims and different things. So it's very temporary. Externally, everything, the nature of treasures on an external level are temporary. So the practice of meditation is turning inwards, finding these treasures, appreciating these treasures that we have inside. And the next step is going beyond, turning upwards. So firstly, it's connecting to our own soulful nature. I, the soul, completely free and independent from everything external. And then after that is connecting upwards to the world of the soul, the soul world. if you look at the sky now, the colour is blue. As children, we may be asked, why is the sky blue? It just is, is what the parent would say normally. Sky is blue, grass is green. So this other world, the world of the soul, the colour of it, if I were to describe the colour, is like a golden red. A golden red, a warmth, a place of rest. So this element that's beyond time and space. It's a golden world where I can either soul originated from and either soul go back to. It's a world of rest and comfort. That's why all these images have this sort of golden red background. And I can ask the question, oh, why is that world red? Just like a child would. Grass is green, sky is blue. This world beyond has this warm golden red colour. So maybe that's a colour to visualize when we practice moving beyond this realm of space and time. And this is basically the first poem I wish to share with you today. Is this having this power of moving above and beyond. And when we have this practice of moving above and beyond our intellect, so there's three parts to the soul. We have the mind, which is our conscious thinking part. We have our intellect, which is our conscience, our analyzing, our ability to express ourselves creatively. It's our discernment power, it's our willpower, which is a deeper level than just the mind. So when I connect beyond with the mind, I experience peace. But a deeper level of connection is when I understand and I connect with my intellect to this world beyond and above. Then what happens is I'm learning to create a practice for myself rather than being guided all the time. And when I appreciate my part from this space beyond, there's real value behind it. Even the very basic things of being able to think, speak, expression, to move, everything. There's so much appreciation. I remember as a child just having the appreciation of being alive. And that brought so much happiness in itself. We can get caught up in the scenes of what we do, but just to stop and appreciate the very basic. I have a roof over my head, food in my belly, relationships of happiness. All of these things by simply appreciating the part that we have brings such a level of happiness inside. The treasures are peace, love, happiness, bliss, contentment. And by practicing this ability to turn upwards, we gain power. So this practice of going beyond is our first poem. So I'm going to share this first poem with you now. And Amisha's just going to put the artwork up. It's called The Power of Mammanabhav. Now Mammanabhav is it's a Hindi word which simply means to take our mind above and beyond our own limited role that we play here. Mammanabhav means taking our mind beyond ourselves, towards the Supreme, towards divinity, connecting to the divinity within ourselves, and then connecting divinity above and beyond. So this is the power of Mammanabhav. Om Shanti. Alloy is mixed in the soul. The value diminishes. Slowly, true things finish. The intellect becomes blocked. Inner wisdom is locked. The keys are unknown. We get thrown. From stability, light and true, to shakeability, That's fright. Oh, pooh! Come to the one above. At first, just only love reveals the keys. Just remember me. There is no difficulty. Come to my land beyond. I give you this magic wand, the keys that set you free. Remove the alloy that gets mixed. Let the intellect start to tick. Value worthless as shells that left a bad smell. To one of the diamond race, a master of time and space. Free the self of the attraction from that world or that land of distraction. Experience supersensuous joy. That's joy beyond the senses. Let go of the senses, my little boy. I wash you, the soul and body. Call the senses. Rule with no defenses. Remain cool. If you get pulled by the world down there, from being fair, you would start to ensnare, so the value goes down. I begin to sin. So remain high in the sky, in this world above. Remain Mammanabhav. So the importance and value of taking our mind above increases our soulful nature. So I'll just really quickly explain this image in front of us. The soul can be seen like gold, and pure gold is very valuable, 100%. But as soon as you put something into the gold, maybe silver or copper or iron, it's an alloy that's been mixed into the soul. And what happens to the value of the gold once alloy has been mixed into it? The value diminishes, it goes down. So in the same way, when we allow things of the external physical world into the soul and penetrate our psyche, it draws our attention unconsciously. We're unable to make that conscious effort to turn upwards because our intellect is being drawn externally through the sense organs. And when that happens, this is silver, copper, iron, alloy being mixed into the soul. So we're unable to become still, to become silent. We're unable to make that connection upwards because of this alloy that's in the intellect. Our connection upwards becomes locked. Our inner wisdom, our power of discernment, becomes blocked. So I spent a few moments explaining the colour or the energy of this space. And as you can see, this image, it's of a fire. I love sitting around campfires at work. It's one of the activities that we do as an outdoor pursuits instructor. We show people how to start a little fire, or the children or the participants that come. We sit around a fire and just have a little fire going. Brings light, warmth, and energy. And this is another stage in meditation where we can take our awareness upwards, above and beyond. And when we do that, we're able to let go of things that pull our intellect. We're able to start to remove this alloy from within the soul. It's like letting go and dropping the roles that we play on a physical level and simply connecting to either soul and making this original identity of either soul strong. And as we do that, what happens is we're drawn upwards. We're drawn to divinity. We're drawn to this world of golden red light. the warm glow, like a fire. And when we take our mind and our intellects up and beyond like this, the alloy within the soul is removed. So we take our own control, we take our own power back from the external. So when we make decisions in a very elevated stage like this, things become a bit more productive. We can make our decisions based on external things. It's a very valuable lesson I only learned this morning, really. If we overthink and make decisions based on external things, then what happens is we're under the influence again of the external. Whereas if we take a moment before making any decisions to take a step back, turn inwards, and connect to our own elevated stage, connect to our space beyond, and then make a decision, we're coming from a very pure, elevated space. And the decisions we make are coming from an intellect that has its instincts awakened. So the value of our intellect, the value of our mind grows. We become more creative. We become more clear in our thinking when we have this practice of taking our mind beyond any physical role that we're playing on the external and taking it above and beyond. So that's the wisdom behind this poem. I just want to share. Let's practice this then. Let's practice taking our mind above and beyond. So we take the artwork down. We'll practice taking our mind above and beyond to this golden world of red light, which is the home of the self. Connect there with the Supreme. So you can use this image behind me of the soul. Once again, just taking a moment to sit silently, quietly. Lengthen the spine, grow tall, rolling the shoulders back and down, tucking the chin in slightly. You can keep the eyes open or closed, it's your choice. Connecting to our breath again, gently breathing. And I create a simple thought. I, the soul, the living being, the point of light, radiating in the center of the forehead, the seat of the soul within the body. And naturally, when I create this thought, the inner treasures of peace, love, happiness, bliss emerge from the inside out. And I consciously hold my intellect in this space. My intellect is my willpower, my concentration. And from here, I turn my mind upwards to this world of lights, this golden light, and I simply bathe in this light. I feel the warmth of this world of souls, my home, my space of safety, my space of security. As this home is always open to us. And the more I free myself from attraction, from the physical, I free myself from desire. I free myself from ego. I go into this sweet silence and connect myself upwards to my home, to our home. And in this home I connect to the divine. The power of Mammanabhav is simply turning the mind and intellect towards the divine. And by doing so, I simply surrender it. It unlocks the intellect. The intellect becomes valuable. Our inner voice awakens. Our inner wisdom awakens. So by coming from this space into the physical, into action, we learn to spread a vibration of peace into our daily lives. We learn to be productive with less effort in our daily lives. And in just a second, I could bring myself back to the physical. We can connect upwards in a moment, and we could come down here in a moment. This is the practice. The practice of a Raja Yogi is simply to make that home our home. Everything on the physical is temporary. The physical home is temporary. We can move house very easily. That's where we feel the safest, right? But if our home is taken away from us, we feel insecure. We feel vulnerable. However, that's just the home of the body, a physical home. Whereas this home of the soul is unlimited. And by connecting to this unlimited world, I always have a space to exist, which can never be taken away from me. And if I come from this space, what happens then is my level and my ability to appreciate everything on the physical grows. I simply see it like a drama or a play or a film. These days, the film industry is one of the biggest industries in the world because it's a big entertainment, right? But the biggest entertainment, the biggest game is actually this gift from divinity, from the divine, this gift of living. So if I see everything that's happening on the physical as a film, as entertainment, whether I'm by myself or whether I have company, I'm entertained. I'm entertained by my very breath. It is an interesting point of view to come from, pretending I'm sitting and I have the biggest widescreen in front of me, a 3D film that's playing out. And can I appreciate everything that's happening on this stage? There are good things, there are bad things. But if you watch a film, there are good things and there are bad things that happen in the film. But I always know I've got my safety and security because I'm observing from a detached space. So this is our second poem today. It's called The Beginning, Middle and End of Creation. So Namisha's going to just put the artwork for this one up. The beginning, middle and end of creation. As you can see, it's a gift brought to you in the palm of the hand. Two gifts, by the way. One gift is space on the physical, and the other gift is time. So as you can see, the two gifts there, the gift of time and the gift of space. So the beginning, middle and end of creation. Om Shanti. Everything happens according to the drama. From being free, true, to creating karma. The beginning, middle and end. It's a godsend. The plan always happens. No need to force. All is revealed in due course. I come and awaken and free you from your shaken state. Show you your great part, one who knows the end and the start. Reveal the greatest stay, living a deity way. Move into a realm of silence, from body to soul. Remove what is old. Now, in this world, cooperate. Unity comes through accommodating. See every scene. Know that it's there to make you clean. Don't fall and be a scum. Enjoy it all. Rum. Play. Rum is Hindi for play. The world, geography, history, I reveal this mystery. It's all part of the plan to remove you from this quicksand. Arrive to this other peaceful land. So from the descend, we move to ascend to the very end. So seeing myself as a resident of this world beyond, seeing myself as a child of the divine, I the soul, a child of the divine, playing a part. I've been given a gift, the gift of space, the body, so many gifts, the gift of time, the gift of experience itself. Just imagine, just knowing that I'm a living being, appreciating that. And this gift of space, this gift of time. How many gifts are we given? The gift of relationship, the gift of possessions, the gift to be able to think freely, to speak, to act. Brings so much inner bliss and happiness just by appreciating the very basics that we already have. And it's all about seeing this material world as a gift and a game. It's a place of entertainment. And it's important to see it as a game. If we get too caught up in the game, what happens to our nature is we end up getting competitive. We have aims of winning. We want to meet our goals, and we're so focused on our goals that we don't see the beauty of what nature gives to us. So it's good to make plans and be the best that we can be. However, at the same time, we've got to be open and spontaneous to the gifts that are already there. If we take them for granted, and when they're taken away, we are at the mercy of the change. If we take them for granted and they're taken away, we feel vulnerable, we feel insecure. But knowing that we have this space of safety and security already, everything down here is simply, it's extra. That's all it is, it's extra. We already exist, we already live. That world is a world of silence, where it's just dead silence. This world is a world of experience, where it's not always silent. But when we see from this detached observer point of view and having this one as our companion, We are entertained by the games of this drama, not caught up in the scenes of the drama. And when we're entertained by the games, there are no feelings of competitiveness, of winning or losing. When we see it as a gift, we remain neutral. We appreciate everything. And we all know deep down that games are for entertainment, not for winning or losing. So seeing this as a game, as a gift, the more we become mature in this aspect of making our connection upwards, we develop our own characteristics in the human level of divinity. So this is that saying of living the deity way. We develop divinity within our own personality, with our own characteristics, how we speak, our mannerisms change, because the intellect is changing. The value of the intellect grows. When we move away from winning and losing, this is how it should be, this is how it could be, to just simply detaching and observing the drama as an impartial observer. There may be parts where we have to, take a step forward and act, and there may be parts where we have to simply see it like a film and enjoy the show. And it's down to our intellects, our ability to discern, to know when it is to act and when it is to step back and simply appreciate. And it's this practice of a Raj Yogi which helps us to maintain three things. So the culture of a Raj Yogi is three things. One is self-respect. Our self-respect of simply being aware that we are living beings that have got this wonderful gift of space and time to experience in. Living beings, a soul. The second part is actually maintaining a level of humility in our part, because only a great soul can remain humble. If we get too caught up into the part, what happens first is that we see a separation rather than the whole picture. The whole picture is this world above as well as the physical. Whereas if we only see part of the picture, which is, just the physical, then what happens? We get hugely competitive because we see a separation. We see a difference. And when we see a difference and we see separation, that makes us competitive. We don't see it as a whole drama. The whole realm of space and time is the grandest and biggest gift that can be given from the divine. This allows us to play our parts like an art, rather than getting caught up into the nitty-gritty scenes. This allows the intellect to know when we move upwards, the intellect becomes divine. And then the intellect is aware when it is to act and interact in the drama, and when it is time to step back and simply observe. This is our discernment power, our wisdom, our inner instinct, which awakens by having this practice of taking the intellect above and beyond to that world. So we'll spend a bit of time, another meditation exercise, maybe let's do a bit of movement as well. So we do a bit of movement and then we'll do a bit of meditation exercise. Once again, sitting tall, lengthening the spine, rolling the shoulders back and down. So we're just getting some movement into the shoulders now. So as we inhale, we're just going to lift the shoulders up towards the ears. And then as we exhale, rolling the shoulders back and down. We have shoulders. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up. This is a gift as well. Exhale, rolling the shoulders back and down. Just actually expressing ourselves through the body, appreciating the body that we have. Inhaling. Then exhaling. gentle movements. We're just going to bring the arms forwards of the body, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're just going to bring the arms, straighten the arms if you wish. My biceps are a bit tight today, so I'm going to keep my arms back. Inhale, opening the arms. And then exhale, bring the elbows back down. Too much exercise, I'm afraid, for me. Body's feeling it. Inhale, opening the arms. Exhale, arms come down. So straighten the arms if you can. Inhaling. Exhaling. So inhaling, externally rotate palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, internally rotate palms down towards the ground. Inhale, and then we're just going to bring the hands in front of the body here. Just looking at the hands that you have at the moment. But don't think they are my hands. These hands are used for a special task. A task of experience. Some learning to see the self as separate from the body. So as we inhale, stretching the fingers out. As we exhale, just creating a fist, thumbs on the inside. Inhale, stretching the fingers out. Exhale, creating fist, thumbs on the outside. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Appreciating the hands that we have. Appreciating my own face. The eyes, the work the eyes do. Appreciating the work the nose does. Appreciating my own voice. Appreciating my hearing. And at any point, I can let them go. Can I start to appreciate my own thinking patterns? Can I let go of what's harmful? Can I let go of waste? Can I maintain a level of silence inside? All of this increases the value of our thoughts, our mind. If we save our thoughts, our energy is saved. The power of our thoughts increase. If the intellect plays this role of simply being an observer, observing the power of the thoughts, from positive thoughts they become pure thoughts. Your thoughts work on a different level where you're able to leave a vibration. Your presence simply gives off a vibration where you're able to serve without even saying a word. But in order to do that, I must be fully in control of oneself, a Raj Yogi, in control of the sense organs of the body, but also in control of the sense organs of the soul, the sense of thought, the sense of the intellect, my willpower, my concentration. And also that creates an emergence of what is our original divine nature. Our own original divinity comes to the forefront by simply having this practice of turning inwards, upwards. The intellect opens, our ability to discern opens, our ability to know when to act and when to simply appreciate opens. So for this moment, I simply, once again, just take a step inwards, move away from acting. And by turning inwards, I connect to my highest, most divine self. And it's this highest, most divine self that allows us to appreciate, So I just hold this awareness of being an appreciative soul for all the wonderful gifts that are there within my life in the physical. Appreciation is the key to maintain our own mental well-being. Appreciation is like the medicine for the mind. Appreciation is the medicine, the vitamins that keep our mental health in good spirits, keep our mental health strong. So do make time on a daily basis to find something very little. It doesn't have to be big. Just breathing, just talking, walking. Appreciate these things. I just remember a few times where I've twisted my ankle really badly and I can't walk properly anymore. I had to be pushed around some, and I really appreciate what the legs do. So all these little things we have to be appreciative for, which helps us to maintain our mental state, our mental well-being, our mental wellness. Okay, so I'm going to finish there. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Om Shanti.